What do you spend most of your time doing these days?
I think the Environmental Education Center is pretty much my full-time job.
You are also a Thai actor.
Yes, but with that, I haven't actually been acting for maybe like 2 years now. 2 or 3 years. I wouldn't say I'm taking a break, but I would say that I'm probably finding the right opportunity to jump back in, I guess. So the vision of them, what they wanted me to be was a Korean, basically. They wanted me to dance. They wanted me to move. If you go to the music video, which I do not recommend, it is on YouTube.
Well, it's all said here on YouTube. One thing you've never confessed to your parents.
I would say my first relationship, first kiss. My mom never
Still
stopped
thinks
me.
you're a virgin. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real with me, Ase Wang. So today's guest, I'm sure that probably the whole of Thailand would know, including my nanny, by the way, which has a huge crush on this person. He is a Thai actor. He has a YouTube channel, he has a podcast, and he's also the founder of Environmental Education Center in Thailand. Alex Randell.
Thank you. Sawasdee krap. Thank you for having me.
I hope I got your list of things that you do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I do right now. Yeah.
So what do people, or what do you want people to like? What do you spend most of your time doing these days?
Right now?
Yeah.
I think the Environmental Education Center is pretty much my full-time job. Like 80% of my life is that, simply because it requires, so basically what we do is we do educational trips. So I go to like at least like I guess 80-90% of those trips, and we have one trip I was there last weekend.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm always traveling, and it takes up like 2-3 days. And then if I'm not there, I'm in the office organizing it. At the same time, I'm also doing the YouTube channel, the podcast, as you mentioned. And yeah.
And you are also a Thai actor.
Yes, but with that, I haven't actually been acting for maybe like 2 years now, 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I'm taking a break, but I would say that I'm probably finding the right opportunity to jump back in, I guess.
I think you're like me. So, I mean, maybe the last time I acted was, oh my God, maybe about 2 years ago. And I went back to Singapore to do a lakan, right? And then I realized that even then I had a break. And going back into it, I was like, oh my God, like you got to train for this stuff. You know, it's like, if you don't ride a bike for a long time, you got to train again, you know? So I guess I'm in the same place now where I'm just like, yeah, if the right opportunity comes, I'd take it, but it's not my lifeline right now, right? So you're actually half British.
Yes.
And half Thai.
Yes.
But you spent time in Indonesia.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Like,
so how that happened was my dad worked in the hospitality, in hotels, basically.
Is he a chef?
He was a chef.
Okay.
He was a chef. Retired now. He was a quite a well, the biggest chef in a 5-star hotel, basically, right? So he worked for like Intercontinental. He worked for Mandarin.
Okay.
He worked for Meridian. Like big chain Shangri-La. He was an area chef in Southeast Asia, worked in Singapore, Marco Polo. But anyways, yeah, so he was in Phuket, he was in Thailand, and then he moved to Indonesia. He got a job there. So that's when I was born, but I came back.
You were born in Indonesia?
I was born in Indonesia.
In Jakarta?
In Jakarta.
Wow.
Yeah. I see that's what I love about it. I don't remember anything.
You're like a chameleon. You're all over the place.
Yeah, but whenever anyone asks like when you're born, or if you meet someone from like Indonesia, and I'm like, hey, I was born there, and then you have that like, whoa, you were, you know, that's like.
Wait, did you ever think about working in Indonesia? Because
No.
I feel like your look would work.
Yeah, no, and I actually think I do quite well when I go to Indonesia. Like, I think like this is like the kind of like if I was to go to Europe, this is not what they like.
No.
You know what I mean?
That is very true. And that being said, the US too, because I used to live in the US, but this was many years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it would always be like, are you Spanish? Or like, you know, where are you from? And they didn't know where to put us because you and I are both mixed, right? So it would be like, well, you're not Asian.
Yeah.
You're only 50% Asian.
Yeah.
And you're 50%, you know, European or white.
Yeah.
So you don't fall in a white category because
Yeah.
we don't, you know, but we don't look Asian enough.
Yeah.
So that's like the struggle. But
Yeah.
Indonesia, I feel like
I could pass along.
work for you.
Yeah, like when I go to Indonesia, they speak like Indonesian to me.
Yeah.
Because they think like I'm probably from there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but what you were saying, that is so true. You're never like even going to school here in Thailand. I never felt 100% Thai, which was a problem in the Thai society when I was like filming lacons at such a young age.
But you went to international school.
But I
though.
went to international school.
Right.
Even that, like you don't really feel like you're foreign, you know. So it's like a third culture kid. I think that's a term for it, where you're.
Oh, is that a term?
Yeah, there's actually a book about it. I mean.
Oh wow.
Not that I read, but I was.
Neither do I. We don't need to pretend on this podcast, okay?
That we're smart readers.
It's so horrible that nobody reads anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, that is a thing, and it is even till today. Like you work in a culture of, you know, homeborn Thai people went to Thai schools. You don't 100% feel like you fit in, and I think that's also one of the reasons that it was very hard to find friends in the entertainment industry to like chill with. The only people I chill with in the industry are people like you, to be honest. You know, people that have like a Lu Kung or a semi-international.
Yeah, more international background.
And I get it, you know, when we like, I'm sure, I don't know, but when like I speak to you, I understand you're like, we're on the same wavelength.
We have a similar, I think, upbringing and background as well. And I think that's so true because I found the same thing here. It's like we're exposed to a very Thai culture. Like when we go to work, when we go to Lakon and like when we're on set, which by the way, I learned most of my Thai from. So I'm super grateful for that. But then sometimes I would also feel like maybe I don't belong there because I'm also half white.
Yeah.
And, you know, I went to international school too. Yeah. So then I would feel like maybe more at home with my international school friends.
Yeah.
That being said, a lot of your friends leave though, right? When you go to international school, you make a lot of friends that also leave.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a huge problem with that. But it really, I realized that, most of my friends ended up being like of mixed culture.
Yeah. And you still talk to them?
Yes.
Till today, most of them? Even though if they're around the world, you still...
I mean, we don't talk every day.
Yeah.
I mean, at this age, I'm like, it's so hard to talk to your friends every day. But I grew up with a group of friends. They were actually half Swedish and half Chinese as well. Yeah. Some were half British and half Singaporean. And we all just kind of grew up together. Okay. And we're still, you know.
Right.
But it's so true what you say about not fitting in.
Yeah, like, you know, you go into like when you go into lacons and everyone is making a joke, and then for some reason when you make a joke, everyone goes silent.
Or they don't understand what I'm saying. They're like
and like, you know, when I don't know, but like in lacons, they always would make us do like interviews with like Channel 3 where we'd hold the microphone for like, you know, the khao banteng and stuff like that, and everyone would be so jolly, and when it comes to me, I'm trying to be jolly, and then everyone is it's just such an awkward moment, you know, like exactly, and that's why I really didn't enjoy being in front of camera if it wasn't acting, like game shows and interviews. Now that there's more podcasts and more real interviews, but before I would find them really awkward because I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to wang tua. I didn't know how to like. You know, you couldn't really be you because you felt that the real you was awkward. You know what I mean?
I also feel like maybe back when we were doing it too, that the thing that I found was that in Thailand, they have quite slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
Which they're funny.
Yeah.
You know, but they have slapstick comedy. And like for us, you know, white people, we have a different sense of humor with things.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of adjust these things. Or sometimes they would be laughing at something and I wouldn't get it.
Exactly.
Or they'd make fun of my accent.
Yeah. And they'll be making fun of you and you won't even be realizing it sometimes, you know? You're just like...
Oh, they do it behind they're doing it in front of my face, which is even worse.
Yeah.
Because then I would like clamp up, you know, and I'd be like, oh no, like this is like super hard. So what do you, so you felt like you didn't belong in...
I mean, not so much I didn't belong, but I just felt like I didn't fit into certain groups, you know what I mean? But it didn't bother me because I had a group of friends because I went to BPS, Bangkok Partner School, since K1 all the way to year 13. And yes, we did have like a lot of friends leave along the way, but as I was there for so young, we had that small Thai group of friends that we stuck together even till today. Like
Right.
I only have those 8 or 9 friends left in
That's
my life.
great.
Yeah, and I don't feel the need to have more friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course it's nice, but like even at uni, I hardly talk to anyone from uni nowadays. You know, I went to
Yeah.
a Thai uni, I went to Jula,
Okay.
and then
What did you study?
I studied communication arts, Nite.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the time I thought I was going to be doing behind the scenes, which I kind of am.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so in terms of culture, I never really, especially at uni, actually.
Okay.
I think that was the biggest culture shock,
Mm-hmm.
like going into like a mixture of international schools and students that went to Thai schools.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole culture of orientation, the
Mhm.
administration,
Mm-hmm.
even the staff or everything was a very Thai background, which I had to
Mhm.
adapt to. I mean, it was fine, but I just found it really difficult to fit in.
Okay. Worst audition you've ever had?
Wow, there's so many of them, to be honest. Like actually now, like what we were talking about before, in these last year or two, I've been going to a lot of auditions, mostly movies, mostly series,
Wow.
and it's like a restart because when I was in Channel 3, I didn't do an audition for maybe 10, 15 years, and going back to doing that world, like it is a restart. It is starting from scratch. It is fighting. It is hustling again.
Yeah.
You know, but I've had so many. And to name the worst, I can't think of the worst, but I could tell you that my worst job ever.
We've all had them, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, with auditions, I kind of go in. I came across this quote of, I think it was George Clooney. He's like, the worst thing that can happen is you don't get the job. You know, so I always go in. So
Well, yeah.
yeah, because you didn't have the job going in. So if you walk out, you didn't have the job.
It could
so
be a look thing too. Like you just don't look the
it
part.
always is. And I
Yeah.
think for Look Kungs, it's definitely very difficult because most of the foreign movies, they want a English speaking Thai looking
They
person.
want looking like Asian.
Yeah,
Like, they think
yeah.
Asian. They
Yeah.
want like
Yeah, they want Asian.
Zhang Ziyi or
Yeah.
like, you know, Asian.
Yeah, so it's really not about how good you are. It's about how suited you are to the role. And like, so you know, that kind of thing is up to the perception of the director and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, my worst role as anything was I had a song.
Oh, you had to sing?
I had a single.
What do you mean you had to single? Do
Like,
you sing as well?
Well, I did.
Oh my God. So, wait, so you don't usually sing?
I like to sing.
Oh, so he sings too.
But I'm not good at singing.
Oh, okay.
But I had a song like released as an artist, as a singer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I thought that was a disaster, to be honest, when I look back at it.
Why?
I wanted to be
Well,
John
I mean, how
Mayer.
old were you?
I was 20. I was like 20,
Okay,
21.
all right. So old enough to kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah. And that was like, you know, the Wailun days. I played guitar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
John Mayer was my biggest fan in my mind. But yeah, that to me was like, when I look back at it, it was so bad because I wanted to be like a guitarist, like an artist at that time. But then at the time, PB the star was very, very famous. So the vision of them, what they wanted me to be was a Korean like PB, basically.
Oh,
They
okay.
wanted me to dance. They wanted me to move. And the song, it was, I don't know.
Wait, so you were dancing and moving and trying to do that whole
I mean,
thing?
if you go to the music video, which I do not recommend, it is on YouTube.
Well, it's all said here on YouTube. So if
Yeah.
you want to go have a look.
And I think that was really, when I look back, it was like, well, probably a very big decision that I made wrong, I think. I think I should have just stuck to acting. But yeah, it's embarrassing for me to talk about it now a little bit. Because if you look at the music video, like I have like, you know, bangs.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that was just...
I'm sure everyone has like
Yeah.
something to do with that.
Yeah.
So do you have a podcast as well?
Yeah, yeah.
And you speak English in most
Mhm.
of them?
Most of them, yeah.
What made you start that?
I just felt more comfortable speaking in English, and
Mhm.
the most of my friends that I wanted to come help, asked to come and help me out and build this project like with me as a favor. Basically, were mostly English speaking people.
Mhm.
So like in the industry, you kind of stick with your Lukung friends that you speak English with. You know,
Right.
there's a little community there.
Mhm.
So those are the guys, and then later on, I started to find out that what we're looking at behind the scenes, that the English speaking content was actually doing better than the Thai speaking content. So I was like, oh, okay, and it just made me realize that there is a market, and I think Thailand is quite similar in the way that it could be like Singapore one day, where
Yeah.
just like everyone could speak English.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays, even children that go into Thai schools, like they don't speak much English at school at all or with their friends, but they speak fluent English. So I think there
Oh.
definitely is a market, and definitely is a niche there. And yeah, and I just feel more comfortable. I feel like it makes the content more unique, because if I was to do an interview in Thai only, I think I would have to fight a lot, I guess.
So you feel like English it just flows more for you?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer to have a conversation with someone in English, and also, so there's a lot of like English speaking content about learning English, but I didn't want to teach people English. I wanted people to hear how you actually speak. Like right now, I'm actually doing vlogs in English. I just released one last week, and I was surprised by the feedback.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I went to Africa, and I'm about to release a couple of like 5 episodes.
So you did it all in English?
All in English. I'm like, screw it. Let's
Well,
try
I read your comments, and they were all like, "Oh, I learned English from your channel," and those are some comments that I also get from mine.
Yeah.
But that's great, because that's how I got to know about you too. Is like by watching YouTube, and I'd be like, "Somebody speaks English."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like somebody speaks English, and I would watch. I watched like your episodes, you know. So.
Yeah. And you'll be surprised with the kind of people you attract to your content. You know, there's a lot of English that are their second language. Wait, let me say that again. That English is their first language. Thai is their second language, but they're living in Thailand. There's a lot of that group. I think like a lot of international kids or expats or people that know about the Thai culture, know who the Thai actors and actresses are, but would just prefer content in English. You know what I mean?
That's so good.
Yeah.
Transitioning from obviously the time that we are in the entertainment industry to everything's changed to a space of like YouTube, TikTok, you know, all these things. And I was just talking to my producer just now. I'm like, there's just too much like going on. Did you have a hard time understanding how things work now? I feel like I'm still trying to understand how this works.
Yeah, me too. I'm still figuring it out. You know, like we
it's hard.
Like honestly, I worked with, the first time that I got a big surprise was I worked with Koi Natty and Dream. We were brought up with practicing our script, going to a set with 50 people, rehearsing, professional cameraman, professional camera helper, OB, switching the cameras there on the spot. And then I walked into a set with 3 girls using their cell phone like that, and their engagement was hitting the roof. And I'm just thinking like, I must be doing something wrong here.
You're like vintage, Alex.
Super vintage. Like I happen to be even in the era of like film.
Yeah.
You know, when
you don't waste film.
You don't waste film.
Yeah.
And you're talking for a minute and a half, and they stop you halfway because you ran out of film.
Yeah.
You had to wait for them to, you know, they put the film in that black.
Or someone in the background looks into the barrel of the camera and they're like, cut, and then you gotta do the whole
reload,
thing.
You know,
reload, and you're wasting film.
Yeah. I was super like, I couldn't believe how much the industry has changed when I came into YouTube. I was so blown away with the creativity. Like we have directors, we have producers. Now you don't have those kind of titles. You are what is it? Creator.
You're the creator, the director, the everything, because you got to manage everything on your own. Although I cannot, take credit for doing my own editing, and I have a producer and I have a team. So I'm like, you know, like I'm still spoiled that way.
Yeah.
Do you do your own editing?
No. Hell no.
We're still vintage, okay?
No.
We're still vintage.
I mean, we probably could, but like, I guess like,
I could not.
I could, but nah. No.
But do you think about your own content? Like, do you go, okay, I want to do this?
Yeah, and I think that's a bit of a problem because it takes up so much energy. Like, I really feel that like, especially YouTube or online, the more real it is, the more you can relate. So I guess it has to come from you for it to be real. Like,
so you're not going to be dancing on TikTok?
Never.
Like that.
I mean, it depends, you know, like they go like, here, go dance. And then And then you see, and then they offer you something. All right,
Maybe
I'll
for
do
the money.
that
I don't
too. I
know.
don't know. I'm just joking.
I
but
see
no.
all these kids in the park like doing TikTok, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, like I don't know. I just can't like.
Exactly.
First of all, we're too old for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a bit more about your school.
Okay.
You're an environmentalist and you work with kids.
Yeah.
Is it just with kids, or do you?
We do it for adults as well. So
Okay.
we have our own camps, 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
2 nights for families, for kids from 3 years to all the way to 16, and we have like many different modules, wildlife modules, marine life. So, I mean, like, how old is your child?
4.
I would say she could come learn snorkeling with us, for example.
She's not too young to do snorkeling.
No.
wow.
We teach them in a swimming pool before we go out
Mm-hmm.
and make sure they're okay. The ratio of the staff to student is very, very low. So if she was 4, she would probably with a teacher on her own. And we take her. So we have a shark camp. We have a coral fish. And
This started through the passion of diving for you. Is that right? I read that, so I don't know.
Yeah, kind of, but also through the idea of when I finished university, I was kind of in like no man's land, kind of. I always thought that I wanted to be a director and producer because that's all I knew. I mean, I've been doing lakhon since I was like 7, 8. But then once I finished, I realized like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do this. And I try to find like other things. And then I love to dive. I love to like all my holidays at the time were going to nature and stuff. And then I helped with elephant conservation since I was young.
Wow.
And because of that, it kind of like put this and that. I'm like, okay, let's try organize some trips. And I didn't think that at the time it was a hobby, but I didn't think that I'm 10 years in right now. We've done like,
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, to go 10 years doing something already is like a blessing.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And we also do it for adults. Like we do collaborations with the government sector. We do projects with the government as well. We do it for corporates, for big organizations. And this year where we have now scored a couple international education, tourism kind of sector. So
And your school, just to let everyone know, what is the name of the school?
So it's Environmental Education Center.
But there's
The EEC is like, because I went to BPS and I thought
So
we
you
should
got-
have like
just like how they have ELC
have
and
EEC and ISB.
Right.
And, so I guess EEC.
Gotta fit right in there.
Yeah, that's what we do. And we do trips abroad and it's quite serious. It's quite like I take it very, very seriously. And it's an education center basically to educate people about the environment for them to understand and love the environment. Because I think that a lot of the environmental initiatives that we're doing right now is mostly stuff that has already happened. And I think education prevents it from the beginning.
Well, not a lot of people know about it. I mean, to be honest, my husband's always telling me this too. Like, we need to recycle more. We need to do this more. And I'm just like, well, I feel like to be honest, like I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when we went to Sweden on holiday, they separate their trash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Singapore started to do that. But Thailand, they're still not doing it. You know, they're still not this is where recyclable goes.
Yeah.
And this is where cardboard boxes goes and stuff. So, I mean, I don't feel like we're educated yet, but it's good when we travel because then we see like when we had to separate our trash in Sweden, I mean, we were like 2 Asian people
It's
like,
hard.
huh? Like, and I was thinking it's so sad because the rest of the world is doing it now. We just don't know enough, you know?
Yeah. But I think it also comes with the idea that we're a developing country as well. I think that plays a big part of it. Like, apart from the recycling part, but all of our environmental issues or environmental like problems that we have, whether it's forest fires, PM 2.5, floods, everything.
PM 2.5 is.
I think that it all comes from the fact that it's very difficult to cause. Like if you actually go to the root cause, there's so many different entanglements from the past.
It's so complicated to understand too. And I'm talking about like the bad air that we have in Thailand. I mean, that's no secret. I've actually now known the bad air because when you have a child, that's like all you look at. And it's always after Christmas.
Right.
You're going to brace yourself, go buy an air purifier because they're all going to be out of stock because pretty much from January till April last year, we had bad air. And it was bad air like, close the window. And you could see the smog, right? And so I went on the app and I was like trying to understand because like I need to know why this is happening. And I saw all the forest fires going around and it was Laos, Cambodia, some in Thailand. And I was like, I mean, what do you do with something? Can you tell me? What do you do? What do you do with something like that? Like, do you tell farmers to stop burning their crops? Like, how do you, like, what do you do?
I know, that's a very, very difficult question. But from my understanding from going into these places, the reason that burning is the chosen method is because it's the fastest and it's the cheapest. And also without that agriculture, the farmers can't make a living. And without that agriculture, our country's economy will suffer as well. But how do we help them? How can we like give them the technology? Like this is very steep land, you know what I mean? Like can we give them like if we were in Europe, they have all the best technology. They have, the government is helping, providing them with the equipment they need. Like I think in Sweden or some countries, like even just burning a leaf is super illegal.
Quite
you
sure
know what I mean?
Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite
like
sure.
The Scandinavian countries especially are super sustainable in the way that they live.
Super.
Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Copenhagen.
All the Scandinavian countries. Like I was shocked when I went to Sweden. I saw babies being napped in kindergarten. They were all napping outside in their strollers in the fresh air. And I was like, oh my God, what a life to be able to say that your kid can nap outside in the stroller in the nice air. But here it's like buy those air purifiers, close the door.
Here is someone in Chiang Mai that I spoke to had a small child. They had to during the smoke season, as you said, January to April, their kids went out to play and they started having nosebleeds right away. So what they do is they're indoors with a mask, living indoors and closing everything to the point where they actually moved from Chiang Mai so they're migrating. They're moving from their actual life. They've been forced to come out and this is a family that wants their children to be able to be outdoors, and it's something that's
particularly bad there in Chiang Rai?
Yeah, Chiang Rai. I think the northern region is way worse than it is in Bangkok. We had it here because of many different reasons, because we're by the ocean, the wind is coming, the ceiling of the sky is also coming down as well. So it puts us in a bubble like this, making the air have no exit. The government have trying to do like emission rules and stuff like that.
The cars don't help either in the city.
Yeah, I think the cars are definitely part of the problem, the emission that we go out. But it is what it is, and we have to find a way to like look to the future. They are taking it very seriously. I've worked with them. Yeah.
Well, Singapore, to own a car past 10 years, you have to be freaking rich. Because when you want to keep your car more than 10 years, you're going to be paying double the amount of road tax. And the road tax is like something ridiculous. It's like something like, I don't know, 200 or 400%. I don't know, something like that. Something ridiculous. So if someone's driving around in a car that's more than 10 years old, don't look at them and be like, nah, they ain't got no money. They're fucking rich. And then the people with the new cars are the ones that are like, oh, I don't want to pay that much money.
Right.
And it's really helps because you have so much fresh air, know?
Yeah.
So, okay. So this school that you started, like, I think that's really amazing that you're doing this. I just saw Nita. She just came recently too. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So I actually was like, oh, wow. Like, and I love talking to people that, are also from the entertainment industry, but also do something else, that are able to do other things and see outside from the box.
Thank you.
All right. Now I just want to get a little bit more personal because I'm just like really nosy and I want to know.
That's good.
So you are married.
Yeah.
Sorry, girls. He's married. I gotta go tell my nanny that.
It's all good.
How did you meet your wife?
Yeah. So we knew each other since high school. Like we actually go way back, but we weren't friends at the time, but we knew of each other. We didn't go to the same high school, but we had the same group of friends. You know how international schools, you play football against these schools and then you start becoming friends. And once you hit like year 12, year 13, you start partying and then you see all the same kind of people. And so she was a friend of a friend. And, actually one day I saw this one picture of her. She put it on her Instagram and she was in a swimming pool, but
Did
she
you
wasn't.
Slide into her DMs or something?
I I actually did more than that. I liked all her
You
pictures.
freaking pervert.
I liked all of them.
You liked all the
yeah, like a creep.
pictures.
You know, like what a creep would
like
do.
A creep. Yeah, like a real stalking
yeah,
creep.
yeah, just to let her know. I think she got the picture.
I think she got the picture, right?
Yeah. So
Well, it worked.
I liked it all, and then I saw her mutual friend. As you do, you gotta check who knows her. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I know her.
Oh, so
I
you
know
sent her a message saying like, "Oh, we know the same people."
I had a friend that knew her, and this friend actually tried to introduce us before,
Okay.
but coincidentally, the person that I was liking all the photos was the same person that
That your friends thought that you should
yeah.
meet up with.
Yeah, so she introduced us.
But you didn't know her before
I
that?
knew her, but I just haven't spoken to her in maybe like 10, 15, 10 years in university.
But you guys had met before. You guys went to
have met in
high school. You guys
in
went
high school.
Okay.
Like we actually have a Facebook conversation going on. I checked the history back when we were in
So
like
sweet.
14, 15 years of age. We had a group of friends that we were talking, but I completely, honestly, I
Did you
I
think
didn't
she was
remember.
hot back then, or were you like,
I don't remember, to be honest, but I thought she was stylish.
okay,
I thought she was cool.
right?
And I wanted to talk to someone cool, someone that
Okay.
wouldn't give me a headache.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just felt like someone that can that I could be me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And yeah, she's very cool. And then
And you felt that.
I felt that from her vibe, from her Instagram. I did. I mean, I had that phase when I was single for like a year and a half, and I just tried to live the life as best as I can. And, you know, I text people, I was talking to a couple people at the same time, didn't want to get committed.
Yeah.
But once I met Jenny, it was really cool. We just clicked. I don't know how to explain it.
Jenny. A lot of girls very jealous over Jenny. Jenny, the wife. So
Jenny,
wait.
the wife, yeah.
So I think the moral of this is that you need to slide into more DMs. You need to go knock on that neighbor's door, and you should just put yourself out there because it'll get you somewhere.
Hey, it's completely fine. Like even like I've never been on these apps, but like Tinder and stuff like that. There are people that have been married because of meeting through an app. Like
my best friend met her husband on Tinder.
Yeah, I don't see I don't see that that's wrong in this day and age anymore. Like you're not really some people are not in a situation where they're meeting a lot of people and a lot of people from different cultures, different groups.
I also feel like, and I say this now because I heard that some alcohol companies are really suffering now because it's like times have changed.
Yeah.
We used to go out a lot and like party and go and meet people, right? And then is my daughter coming? Oh no.
I hope so.
I just heard the door open. I'm like, is she coming? But yeah, it's like we used to go out a lot. We used to meet people. But now it's like everyone stays home.
Yeah.
And everyone's like living this healthy life and it's hard to meet people. People are working. You know what? If I was single, I would probably be on those apps too.
Yeah.
Because
if I
when
wasn't
do you
famous, I would be on those apps for sure.
Well, you slide into people's DMs, whether you're famous or not. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
I sound like a real douche saying I'm famous. So like if I wasn't in the entertainment industry, you got to rephrase that a little bit. That sounded very like...
It's okay. You can just lay it down.
Yeah.
So you slid into her DMs and then she replied and... What you said? You want to go on a date, or
I spoke to our mutual friend, and she put us on a date. I brought my friends with me on that date.
You brought your friends with you on the date?
She brought her friends too. It was like two group of friends meeting up kind of situation.
I guess it's less pressure.
But if you go with my group of friends, I think that
you went with Chet and like that whole group.
We were at Commons actually.
Oh yeah, and then you could run into everybody at the Commons.
And then it wasn't until after that I'm like, she's not gonna want to talk to me ever again. That's for sure, because
your friends were making fun of you and
not we were just having a laugh basically, right? Like. And then I went to I had dinner with her. I went to Central World, and that's when like, she's actually very chilled. Like she's very straightforward, very no filter, very like not calculated. When you meet people that are super calculated with what they say, and I thought like, I like that. And she was very, very bright in many ways that I found, and very natural, very natural. So yeah.
And then when did you know that this was like the one?
Well, we started dating when we were like 28. We both were 28. And once you hit around 31, 32, you start thinking about the future. You know what I mean? That was for me. And I didn't have that one realization, but I think we matured a lot. I think it was a slowly more of a, hey, can we live together for a long time kind of thing? And I think, yeah, like, why not? Like, you don't really realize it when you're together, but when you're not together, like you have a fight and you don't talk for a day and that kind of like kills you. That's when you realize, like, actually, no matter how much I say I can't live with this person through temper or whatever it is, but actually it's harder without.
How long did you guys date before you got married? Or
7 years.
Oh, so quite a while.
Yeah, 6 years, 7 years. Yeah.
Okay,
we're in our eighth going on our ninth. I think.
Wait, so when did you get married?
Beginning of this year.
Oh, you just got married?
Yeah. Newlyweds. Yeah. I got married in December and I had another wedding in February.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you guys want to have kids?
Yeah, we love to. We'd love to.
What kind of dad, like, do you think? And I'm only asking because, like, I talk to a lot of moms and I realize that I don't really talk to a lot of dads.
Oh, right.
So I just kind of wanted to get, like, what kind of dad do you think you would be?
I would be that dad on the sideline on a Saturday morning, coaching their little child's football team and shouting at the referee.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
are you that asshole dad?
So you're gonna be like my husband basically.
Really?
When we send Kaya for taekwondo, he's like, damn it, she's not listening. She's not listening. Oh my God, they're testing her. Look what she's picking her nose. She's picking her damn nose. Like, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I honestly, I understand him. But I don't know how I'm going to be, but I really hope that I'm like one of those dads that, you know, that they can be friends with but I'll probably be quite strict, I think.
You think you're going to be like the bad cop?
I think so.
So you're like me. I'm like the bad cop. And then my husband's like the really like, yeah, because he'll do what I tell him not to do, which is like what my daughter does. Like, and I swear to God, I'm sure a lot of people have this problem, is I will tell my husband, do not wind Kaya up before bedtime. Like, take it down, read a book, like don't be screaming and like throwing each other around the room, because she plays with him, like he plays with her like a boy. And I'm like, don't do that, because I'm the one that's got to put her to bed. And then I got to deal with her like, like this. And it still happens. Like, and every day I'm like, don't wind her up. And then I tell her, don't wind yourself up, take it down. And and then I'm bad cop because I'm like, I've had enough. Everyone go to bed.
Did you think that you were going to be the bad cop? Like, did the mother that you thought you were before you had a baby, was it the same as in reality when it happened?
No.
Really?
Like, I think in other cases, I always had this envision of, I'm going to be this mom. I'm going to be like this. That was completely different.
Yeah.
I told myself, I'm going to be a chill mom.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like, I'm not chill. I love a schedule. Yeah. I follow the schedule.
Yeah.
And, I'm complete opposite. But I knew I would be the bad cop. And I only say that because of the dynamic between me and my husband. Like, I just happen to be a little bit more, he's just more chill. Yeah. And I'm just not. Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also, what is it? Equation for a healthy relationship, right? You got to have one that's strict and one that's chill.
Well, you can't be the same person.
You can't be, right.
I mean, I think honestly, that's where the dating went wrong for me. It's because I dated too many people that were like me. Exactly, and it was like chonle, Yeah. So it's like, you need to find something that's completely different, Well, I mean, for me, maybe it doesn't work for everybody. But also, I think your partner has to have the same kind of parenting. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't have to have the same way, but you need to have the same goals.
Yeah. Same kind of values in a way.
Yeah. Like, you guys want to meet the same goals for your kids. But you kind of know if you're going to be bad cops. So if you feel like you're going to be, you're probably going to be the bad cop.
Okay. I'm sure I am, though. I'm sure. Yeah.
Do you want many kids?
Yeah, I do. I want like 2 at least.
Oh, 2's fine.
Yeah, 2. I want 1 boy, 1 girl. And but I wouldn't mind having like 4 or 5 kids.
Oh my God. You must be rich.
No, I was just going to finish the sentence. If I could afford it. If I could afford it. Because I don't know, but I really like big families. Right. I really like the Beckham family.
Well, you love kids. That's right.
Yeah, I love kids. And yeah, I really see relationships as doing this camp. I really see dads and moms and the things that they go through for their kids, and I really want that kind of moment. I really want to be able to experience that because I think like there's no kind of love than what a parent would have to their child. I really believe that.
That is true. And it's love through everything, through the
Yeah.
screaming and the, it's so crazy because sometimes I'm like, nobody could annoy me as much as my daughter at times, but
Right.
there's no love that I could ever
Yeah.
feel greater than my
Yeah,
daughter.
for sure.
And then my husband's just like, hello, I'm still here. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, my God, I love my daughter so much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure you're going to be an amazing dad.
Thank you. Hope so.
Also, so now we spoke about fatherhood. I just want to know, how do you think you're going to be able to balance? How do you balance your life between work and your private life? Like, do you have a
Yeah.
good balance? with
Not
that?
really, to be honest.
I don't
I work a
either.
lot. I'm a bit of a workaholic, like one
Mm-hmm.
of those people that can't stop thinking about work. Like even when I'm chilled on a holiday, I'm still thinking about work.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I wake up, like sometimes I wake up at 4 a.m. just to think about work, and then I go back to sleep.
Oh my
I just one of
God.
those crazy things. Yeah, it's just,
Mm.
but right now that I'm married and now that I'm planning,
Mm-hmm.
and we're also like in the process of trying to have babies and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm filtering stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking from a different headspace. Now I'm thinking
Right.
like I can't be doing this. I can't wake up in the morning if I was to have children. I can't be on the weekend.
My husband does
know?
it.
Does he?
My husband wakes up sometimes at 4:30
Mm-hmm.
to run and
Yeah.
then work and then go into work.
Right.
But now he wakes up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and then he does 2 hours of work
Mm-hmm.
before going into work.
And this only came from being a father, or was that always?
No,
his
he's always
routine?
been like that.
Okay.
In fact, he was doing Harvard while I gave birth.
Oh my God! Wow.
Like
okay.
literally on his computer. And he said, I have to go right now because my wife is giving birth.
Okay.
So I feel like
Yeah.
you'll find a way to
Yeah.
like navigate through
Yeah.
that.
Like all the passion projects right now, I'm trying to pull a plug to some of them. All the stuff that are taking, because when you're single, or not single, when you're not married and you don't have a family, you kind of do what you want,
Yeah.
and you kind of like have no like, no priorities. You kind of just do whatever your heart tells you to do. But now I'm starting to realize that maybe I gotta stop this
You gotta
and
pick
just
and
focus
choose.
on this. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta pick and choose. And
I've totally come to that too with even my career right now. I'm like, do I want to go back and do Lacan in Singapore and then be gone for months and then be
Right.
away from my daughter?
yeah,
I'm like,
I
I
don't
don't
think-
want to
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
You
I don't
know?
think you
But
would, yeah.
it's a good sacrifice.
Mm.
Okay, so just the final part of this podcast, I just kind of want to do a rapid fire round with you.
Okay.
And we have 11 questions.
Okay.
So, okay. Last lie you told.
Last lie was probably yesterday. I had a meeting, but I wanted to end really fast.
Okay.
And so I told them that I had a meeting after.
Oh my God, I do that all the time.
Do you do that all the time? But then when that meeting was about to end, I got excited. So then I wanted to turn that around again. You know what I mean? So that I'm telling them like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna tell the other meeting that like wait a
That I'm
little
gonna
bit.
be late.
That I'm gonna be late, and I do that all the time. Like,
And then he goes back on his lie.
yeah,
Amazing. Are you more of an Instagram or Netflix guy?
I'm on my phone more, but I like Netflix more simply because Netflix puts me to sleep, and Instagram just I'm caught scrolling endlessly all night.
It's so
No,
addictive.
it's so
I
addictive.
need to
It's so
actually,
addictive.
I need to put my phone down. Like
Yeah.
I need to charge my phone on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I've tried everything. Offloading the app, deleting the app, trying to find a second phone with no social media, and I'm still
It's still
scrolling.
scrolling.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
bad. And then, but then on Netflix too, I find myself watching all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching the Mendes brothers right now.
Oh, right.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Like not the documentary, the TV show,
Right.
the
yeah.
TV series.
Yeah.
It's so
It's-
freaking good.
It's so good. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to watch Adolescence, by the way. Have you
No,
seen it?
I don't want to watch that because I think it will mortify me and it will just scare the shit out of me because it's about a kid
Yeah.
that kills someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me to watch it, and and it's about social media.
It's about social media and upbringing in this generation, basically. Yeah,
See, it scares me.
it scares me, but it opened a lot of like a new perspective. Like in our days when we went out, if we snuck out to go with our friends, the moment we came back and our parents knew we were in the bedroom, they'd say
Or did
we're
you
safe.
sneak out when you were a kid?
Not really, but because if I wanted to go out, I would go stay at my friend's place.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah.
But now it's not even that. Now it's all in the phone and it's uncontrollable. So it's a big reality
True.
hit.
I'm kind of happy we didn't have social media back in our time because when we went out, we went out.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing you've never confessed to your parents.
I would say my first relationship, first kiss, first that
You
kind of
never
stuff.
shared that, like your first kiss with your parents?
No.
Okay.
No.
I shared my first kiss, but you know what comes after that probably is a bit.
At the time? You told them at the time
No,
or
not
like years
at the
later?
time. Like years later.
Right,
Yeah.
right. My mom never
Still
stopped
thinks
me.
you're a virgin.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. That's why I need to show her a baby. But yeah, my mom was quite conservative in the way that she never stopped me from having a relationship, but I just felt like growing up, she didn't quite like the idea because I had work and I had school too. But yeah, it was, so that's the kind of stuff I just didn't bring up in the family.
You didn't bring up.
Yeah.
Do you think they knew?
I mean, I think they knew because I had two siblings that went to the same school and they would tell on me all the time. My sister was 2 years
that
and
sucks.
yeah. So yeah.
All right. If fame disappeared tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd do?
I would delete all my social media, to be honest.
Yeah, see, I think that's a good one.
I would delete it all.
Yeah.
And I think one day in my life, I plan to do that sometime down the road.
I would say you don't die with your social media.
Yeah.
You die with like memories and, you know, like you're bigger than that.
Yeah, I agree. And one day if I retire, if I'm still in this frame of mind, I would go back to like vintage. So much of the headache comes from social media for some reason.
Yeah, anxiety too.
Anxiety, exactly.
Yeah.
And to just live a life not knowing what other people are going through, just live a life with the people that you see around you is a life I want, but I can't.
I feel like we're never in the moment anymore, you know? And I think
true.
that's the only look, I'm not trying to like complain about social media and all that because we all use it and you know, like we also have fun with it. But I do feel that sometimes it just takes away from the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
And,
you're not in the moment.
And I hope that if I did have kids one day, I hope that their world is not everything that amuses them is something that they find in the screen. You know what I mean? Like I really hope that they appreciate relationships, appreciate experiences.
Do you think when you have kids that you're gonna limit their screen time?
Yeah, definitely. And I would my child would possibly be that only kid in class that doesn't have a cell phone until they're like a full teenager or something like that.
Okay, I agree. I totally agree with the handphone thing.
Yeah.
So I was like on this thing where I'm like, my child shall not be watching TV a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I actually stuck to that. Like she has something called golden hour, which by the way, if you have kids, this is like the most genius thing. I learned this from my friend. Golden hour is at the end of the day when you have been a good girl or a good boy and you've ate all your dinner, you get golden hour. And in golden hour, you can do whatever the hell you want to do because you earned it.
Right.
So in that golden hour, Kaya's going flipping crazy.
What does she do?
I mean, it's like board games here and then, iPad here and then da-da-da-da. But she earned it. So we like limit that to her.
That's cool.
But then I was also that parent that was like, I don't know if I'm going to give the iPad to my kid on the plane.
Yeah.
What a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Like, I am like all for it. I'm like, knock yourself out. So like, I try to balance it. But it's hard, man. It's really hard. Yeah. Okay, favorite song?
Anything Oasis. I'm a big Oasis fan.
Oasis.
Yeah. I would say Don't Look Back in Anger.
Oh, that's a good song.
That's a song that brings back a lot of memories from high school. Tells
your age too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I see Oasis, you know, I'm actually going to go watch them in Melbourne. This is the first time in my whole life that I'm flying to go watch a band.
Oasis is amazing.
Yeah. So I love them so much. They mean so much in so many ways. And yeah, any song.
I love Oasis. Okay. Most overrated trend right now.
Overrated trend? TikTok? Oh, actually, I would say online shopping. I don't know. I don't do any online shopping.
You don't?
No.
You're really truly vintage. So you go into the shop
Yeah.
and you buy stuff?
Yeah, I don't do much shopping at
Wow.
all. Like, cause I
Like
can't be
a
bothered.
dinosaur.
A little bit, yeah. I don't. I especially clothes.
Because you need to fit, like you need to put them on.
Yeah, but even going to a store, I can't be bothered to try the clothes.
I can't bother to try either.
So if I'm shopping, I'm like, today I'm gonna get 5 pants and 5 shirts, and I'm gonna actually make the effort to try.
They're all gonna look the same.
They're all gonna look the same. And if I find one shirt that fits me nicely,
you buy 10.
I buy 10 colors. I promise you that, and that's the same with pants. That's the same with hat. That's the same with
Such a
shoes.
guy thing. That's such a guy thing.
And I see like online shopping is very dangerous. I mean,
It
it's
is.
not like I've never, but I don't.
But
do
surely
it.
you buy stuff from like Lazada.
No.
You
No.
what?
No.
What is happening right now?
I mean, unless it's like Shopee, something really specific that I don't know where to go buy it.
Right.
Then yeah, but I like the experience of going into a department store.
Alex, you're truly an old soul.
Yeah, I know. I gotta be careful, right?
You're an old soul.
The kids are gonna be like, "Oi,
Yeah.
Lung," very soon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. First celebrity crush.
I really liked Lucy Liu for some reason. Yeah, I really liked
Okay.
Charlie's Angel, and then after that was Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Mhm.
That everyone liked.
We all loved Britney Spears growing up.
Yeah, we all loved her.
We loved Christina Aguilera. So many of them. But
You had a lot of crushes.
yeah, I had a lot. Yeah, definitely.
You had a lot of crushes.
Yeah, I actually, P Tatayang.
Oh wow.
She was one.
Tata.
Yeah, I have this one memory where she went to the same school as me, and I was probably in either year 1 or year 2, and I met her in the nurse room, and I still remember.
Did you slide into her DMs?
No, I didn't.
Tata, can you go back to your
No.
DMs and check whether Alex Randell
No.
ever DM'd you?
Yeah, maybe if I had a phone at the time, but yeah, I still remember her, and I remember I was like really blushing and curling up to see.
And
P.
she's like been
Tatayang.
peed away. She's like
And P,
older.
she was like must have been like year 10, 11 or something at the time, and I was like, what, year 2?
Did
or
you love
something.
her music video? What was it called? The one where she was like on fire. I don't know, like what was it called? El Nino or something.
Is it the World Cup song? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But I could
She
sing
had a
all of her
really-
first albums. Like, yeah, we do pen kan rop ko. All the songs I could sing. Yeah.
That's like a true
Big Tatayang fan.
Tata. Okay, I got to show this to her.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to quit the industry, meaning entertainment industry?
Yeah, many times, honestly. And doing EEC, the very first thought was to have an exit from the industry. That was the very first thought. I mean, I did it. I did it because I enjoyed acting. I liked it. It gave me a very good life. But inside me deeply, I felt that I wanted to do something more than this. I felt that my parents worked really hard to take me into an international school, that one day I should like live up to that expectation. I see friends going abroad. I see, so I always thought that I wanted to do something that was from my like hopefully my brain, basically, because when you're acting, you're working for something else, you know what I
Right.
mean? You're working for someone else, but I always thought that I could build something, make something, achieve something. So
Which you've done.
which I don't know,
Which you've
achieve, but
done. If you could trade lives with anyone for a week,
Mhm.
who would it be?
Probably Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh,
Yeah. Just simply because he has the most physical.
it's a lot of money.
He has a lot of money for sure.
It's got a nice boat too.
He has a nice
Yacht.
everything. I don't know, but I really admire athletes. The older I
That's
get,
That's like a really tough gig to have.
yeah, like to have that like peak physical physique, or like that physical fitness
Yeah.
is something that I've always admired. And the older I get now, you know what? This morning I did 10 minutes walking on a treadmill. I did a couple stretches.
dying.
I'm tired.
I wanted
know?
to go to a booty class today and I didn't make it because I was like, today's not the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's just not the day.
Yeah. And I'm just sure like Ronaldo, what is he? He's 40. He's still well in shape.
Isn't
he's
he
still,
like, did I read that he's like kind of like I don't know if he's like that. He's quite not. I want to use the word old, but he's at the top, but he's also at one of the oldest.
Yeah. He's like
top.
40 years of age normally, and he's still doing very well. Normally, people are past their peak at around 31, 32, and he's 40, and he's still in the national team. He's like the oldest player, and he's still like, I don't know. What I really admire is his mental. People always have. There's Messi and there's Ronaldo, right? I love Messi because he's super skillful. But Ronaldo is someone that I feel like he actually really worked to be where
he seems like he's
crazy
like
in that way. Yeah.
One word people use to describe you that you hate.
There's many actually. One is singer. They always put me like in my profile when they introduce me.
Should have introduced you as a singer,
like
on this
actor
podcast.
And singer. I'm like, no, take out the singer. Just actor.
I'm gonna go find that music video as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, you
right?
can. You'll laugh. You'll know what I mean.
Okay, I'm gonna go find it.
Yeah.
I'm sure my nanny knows. What's the most rebellious thing that you've ever done?
In high school, I actually got suspended a few times. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's appropriate to share what they were for.
Unless you don't want to, but we talk about anything here. Unless you don't want to.
I mean...
and do you want mom and dad not to know?
No, my mom was working at the school, so my mom knew the news before anyone. And
would you get caught smoking or something?
No, but it had something to do with partying. It had something to do with being at a party that had things that shouldn't have been there and were reported to the school.
Me too.
And that kind of stuff. But not saying I was 100% innocent, but I was also, I don't think that I deserved it much, to be honest, but I don't know.
You and me have the same. So yeah, I got into trouble once too for being at a party that went completely off the wall. Yeah. And back then you have cameras, so you take pictures, which means they're evidence.
Yeah.
And then we made a photo album because we thought we were so cool. And then the teacher caught the photo album, and then that was done. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge thing back in the days. Nowadays, it's very different. Nowadays, the discipline levels and I don't know, but...
I don't know what's worse. I feel like nowadays, like you have social media, so whatever you do, it goes straight into the internet. Whereas back then, it was like a little bit more controlled.
Thank God we didn't have that kind of stuff exposing us.
I mean, I think we would be in a lot more trouble than being...
I think so. I would definitely,
All right. Well, that's it for today.
Thank you so much,
Alex. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
I have not laughed like this in a while, so that was really fun. I'm going to go back and watch that music video of yours now.
Oh my God.
And I think I'm going to go tell everyone, Alex Randell, the singer, he was on my podcast.
The wannabe singer.
Go watch his music video, guys.
Yeah, go
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys.